Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi to all of you. So I hope that you are fine. Okay, so in this video we will continue our discussion on the second application of Fourier transform, which is linear constant coefficient differential equation, which is LCCDE. If you can still remember, okay, we use our Fourier transform, okay, to find the system function of our LTL system, or the response of our system, okay, which is characterized by LC CDE, which is given by H omega equal to Y omega X omega, and then okay, the LCCDE is given by this equation, which is this is referring to the first linear differential equation, and then this one is second first order linear differential equation, and then this one is second order linear differential equation. Of course, you have n order linear differential equation, which is n order, and that one referring to the highest uh, uh, derivative or in the equation. Okay, where this one A, B, C, D, E referring to the constant value, okay, which is coefficient of our linear differential equation. Okay, we have done one example. So in this video, let's do the second example. Okay, so in this example, so we need to determine the system function. Okay, the system function, I think this one should be cancelled out. So determine the system function and the system response of a system given by a differential equation, which is d squared yt dt squared plus 3 dyt dt plus 2yt equal to dxt dt plus xt, where the input xt is equal to e negative 3t u ut. So let's find the solution for this question. Right? Okay, so first we need to write this equation. So we have d squared yt, okay, divided by dt squared, okay, plus, okay, 3 dyt over dt, okay, plus 2yt, and then this will be equal to dxt dt plus xt. Okay, so the next one is that we need to do Fourier transform for both sides of the equation. So this one, and then same thing goes to the right side of the equation. Okay, so this will give us, of course, this one in linearity, we will do Fourier transform for each of these term. So let's do for the first term. Okay, so we need to refer to our Fourier transform properties, okay, which is this one. Okay, Fourier transform properties. Okay, just you need to refer to time differentiation, okay, which is over here we have dx dt, which is j omega x omega, and then if we have dn dt and xt, so we have j omega power of n x omega, right? So in our case, okay, we have d squared yt dt squared. So now we need to use this one where n is equal to 2. So we have this, the frequency, the in frequency domain, so we will have this. So we have j omega, now n equal to 2, so it must be power of 2, and then we have x omega because of we have d and dt and xt because we have xt. So now we have yt, so we must write y omega, okay, instead of x omega because we have derivative of yt, right? So this one will be plus 3, and then dy dt, so we will use the first one over here, which is j omega x omega. So instead of writing x omega, so we need to write y omega, because we want to find derivative of dy dt. So we have over here j omega, and then multiply with y omega, okay, plus 2, and then yt, okay, Fourier transform of yt, okay, so we have y omega. So this will be equal to Fourier transform for dxt dt, which is the first one. So since this one xt and then xt, so we remain this one, so we have j omega, okay, x omega, and then Fourier transform for xt will be equal to x, okay, omega, right? Okay, so now we have already Fourier transform for both sides of the equation. So the next thing is that we can factorize our equation, because we have y omega, and y omega. So this will be equal to y omega, okay, so we have j omega squared, okay, plus 3j omega plus 2. Okay, this will be equal to, same thing to for the right side, because we have x omega and x omega, so we can factorize it. So we have j omega plus 1. This will be equal to x, will be multiplied with x omega. So to find our system function for this case, okay, which is actually we want to find our h omega, which is system function. So this h omega will be equal to y omega divided by x omega, right? So we have y omega and x omega. So what we need to do is that this one will be transferred to the left of the equation, and then this one will be transferred to the right of the equation. So we have y omega equal to j omega plus 1 divided by j omega squared plus 3j omega plus 2, and then x omega will be moved or transferred to the left. So this will be equal to x omega, okay, which is this is actually our h omega equal to j omega plus 1 divided by j omega squared plus 3j omega plus 2. So this is our system function, right? Okay, which is h omega. So done for the first part of the equation. So now we need to find what is our response of the system, which is we want to find for this one, actually we want to find our yt. So our yt, okay, because we have y omega x omega, which is h omega. So to find y omega, so we need to multiply our system function with the input, which is we have y omega, our system function is h omega, so we need to multiply it with our input, which is x omega. So our h omega, so we have y omega, our h omega will be equal to this one, so we have j omega plus 1 divided by j omega squared plus 3j omega plus 2, okay, and then for x omega we need to find the Fourier transform for this one. Okay, so we need to use our Fourier transform pair table. Okay, so for our xt negative 3t ut, so for this one, so we have, okay, xt equal to e negative 3t ut, which is given in the equation. So to find our x omega, so we need to refer to our Fourier transform pair table, which is this one. Okay, so for e negative 3 t ut, so we will refer to this one. This will give us 1 over a plus j omega. So now we check, we have a over here, so we have a which is equal to 3. So our x omega will be equal to 1 over 3 plus j omega. Alright, so we can plug into the equation 1 plus 3 plus j omega. Right, so this will be equal to, okay, j omega plus 1 divided by j omega squared plus 3j omega plus 2. Okay, and then we multiply this with 3 plus j omega. Okay, alright. So the next one is that to find what is our yt, because we have our y omega. So what we can do is that we must do inverse Fourier transform for y omega. Okay, so in order to do that, we will do a partial fraction, but first we need to replace s with j omega. So we need to replace s with j omega. So now we have y s equal to s plus 1 divided by s squared plus 3s plus 2, and then this will be equal to 3 plus s, right? Or we can rewrite again this equation. So s plus 1 s squared plus 3s plus 2, and then s plus 3. Okay, and then we can find our find our root for this equation. So we can use our calculator. Okay, so for this one, okay, so we can use our calculator. So we will go to equation. Okay, so we have polynomial, so we have 2, and then the degree is 2, and then we just plug into the equation. Okay, for x squared, okay, so we have 1, and then 3, and then 2. Okay, so the root will be the first root will be negative 1, and then the second root will be negative 2. Okay, so this will be equal to, okay, s plus 1. Okay, so we have s minus 1 because this is root. So first root will be s minus 1. Okay, and then the second root will be s minus 2. Right, so this will be equal to s plus 3. So we can simplify this. So we have s plus 1 divided by s plus 1, and then s plus 2, and then s plus 3. Okay, right? Okay, so the next one is that we can simplify this equation, s plus 1 and s plus 1, so we can cancel out this. Okay, so we left now with 1 over s plus 2, okay, and then multiply with s plus 3. Okay, so this will be equal to a over s plus 2, okay, and then plus b s plus 3, which is, this is the partial fraction. Okay, so the next one is that we need to find what is the value of a and b. Right, so let's continue this. Okay, so we have this one. Okay, so we need to find what is the value of our a and b for this partial fraction. Okay, so let's do it. So we have ys, which is this will be equal to this one. So we have 1 over okay, s plus 2 s plus 3. Okay, this will be equal to okay, a over s plus 2 plus b s plus 3. Okay, for this one, okay, we will try to use simultaneous equation. So we have over here, this one we bring to the right of the equation. So we have 1 equal to a s plus 2 plus b divided by s plus 3, and then we will multiply this with this one. So we have s plus 2 and then multiply with s plus 3, okay, which is this one, and then we will multiply this. Okay, these two term will be this whole thing over here, so will be multiplied with the first term over here, and then after that we will multiply with the second term, right? So this will be equal to a s plus 3 and then plus okay b s plus 2. This will be equal to 1. So the next thing is that okay, so we can choose value of any value. Okay, for example, we can have over here for example, we can select s equal to 0. Okay, we can select s equal to 0. So the equation will be 1 equal to a when 0, so that means 0 plus 3, okay, plus b, s will be 0 plus 2. Okay, this will be equal to 1 over a 3a plus 2b, which is we have 3a plus 2b equal to 1. Okay, this is the first equation, and then we can choose other value of s. You can choose any. So for example, for this one I will choose s equal to 1. So when s equal to 1, so we have 1 equal to a, okay, this one s equal to 0, and then this one s equal to 1. So we have a 1 plus 3, okay, plus b, okay, 1 plus 2. Okay, so this will be equal to 1 over equal to a 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. So you have 4a plus 1 plus 2 will be equal to 3. You have 3b. So you have 4a plus 3b equal to 1. Okay, this one is the second equation. So what we need to do is that we will use our calculator to find what is the value for a and b. Okay, so we choose equation and function, and then we will select number 1, which is for simultaneous equation, and we have only two unknown value. Okay, so we need to press 2, and then after that we plug in this two equation, which is a referring to x, b we refer to y, and then a for x and then b for y, and then we will check the value after we plug in the equation. So for the first one, so we have 3 and then 2 and then 1. Okay, the second one will be 4 and then 3 and then 1. Okay, so this will be equal to for x, okay, which is our a, so a will be equal to 1. Okay, and then the next one, and then b will be equal to negative 1. So now our partial fraction will be equal to 1 over s plus 2, okay, s plus 3, which is this one, and then this will be equal to 1 over s plus 2, and then minus, okay, b is minus 1, sorry, so minus 1 divided by s plus 3. Alright, so this actually is our ys. This actually our ys equal to 1 over s plus 2 minus 1 over s plus 3. Okay, so the next one is that, okay, so we just plug in, we need to replace a value of s into j omega. So we need to replace s with j omega. So we replace value of s with j omega. So here we have y omega equal to 1 over s, which is we replace with j omega plus 2 minus 1 over j omega plus 3. So we can rearrange this equation. So we have y omega, okay, which is 1 over 2 plus j omega minus 1 over 3 plus j omega. So the next one is that to get our yt, so we need to do inverse Fourier transform for y omega, and then when we do this, we must do the same thing for the right of the equation. Okay, and then this one and this one will be, and then this will be inverse Fourier transform for this one. Right, so this will give us yt. Inverse Fourier transform for y omega will be yt, and then inverse Fourier transform for 1 over 2 plus j omega. So we need to refer to our Fourier transform pair table, okay, which is this one. Okay, so for 1 over 2 plus j omega, so it will be this one, where now a equal to 2. So for this one, inverse Fourier transform will be equal to e negative 2t ut, because now a equal to 2. So we will have over here e negative 2t ut. And then for this one, 1 over 3 plus j omega, the same thing, the same Fourier transform pair. So we will have over here e negative 3t ut. Right? So we can factorize this because we have ut. So this will be equal to e negative 2t minus e negative 3t. Okay, so this will be multiplied with ut. So this is our response of the system, okay, which is yt equal to e negative 2t minus e negative 3t multiplied with ut. Okay, so done for example 2. So we have our x omega, h omega, okay, which is the system function, and then we have our yt, which is the response of the system. Okay, hopefully you understand how to use a Fourier transform to find the system function and response of the system of the LTI system, okay, which is characterized by any differential equation, which is we referring to linear constant coefficient differential equation, LCCDE. Okay, thank you for watching, and then see you again, and bye.